Hello everyone, my name is Bradley, and this is SumSub, a channel on how to survive in the online jungle. Ah, there you are. Oh, I didn't see you were clearly hiding. Well, the truth is, we all have something to hide. Admit it, for sure there are files on your computer that you'd rather your friends and family didn't know about. I'm talking about old diaries, sketches of ideas for a revolutionary startup, home videos, perhaps even some ultra-private ones with that old lady from the London telephone box sticker. I think you know which one I'm talking about. Now look, even if this data isn't illegal, you probably wouldn't want it falling into the wrong hands, right? Well, so because of that, I'm going to explain today how you can keep your digital secrets locked up tight, which methods you should use and which you should wholeheartedly avoid. Now look, contrary to popular belief, it's not that difficult to find a needle in a haystack. You could just burn the haystack. Or use maybe a super magnet. Now the master of hide and seek must actually hide this needle in a box of other needles. It's much more difficult to find it then, amongst those that are similar or even identical.
Thanks for nothing, ass face.
The simplest and therefore the most frequently used method of hiding data is actually based on this principle. I'm talking about moving files to a non-standard location or metaphorical box of needles, right?
How dare you use that word?
For example, you could actually save a text file not in the standard My Documents folder, but instead hide it amongst the Windows system folders. Now, the files in there measure in the tens of thousands, and it's unlikely that someone curious would actually go through all of them in search of some secret folder. It's a pretty simple solution, to be honest, and besides, it doesn't require any additional manipulations. It's just the reliability that becomes a concern. I mean, the operating itself can actually give you away. For example, it could show the secret document in a list of recently opened files or recently used folders. And many programs also allow you to quickly access these recent files. I'm sure that any passerby or guest user would be intrigued by file name mydiary.doc. And therefore, if you insist on really using this method, use disguised file names. Also, don't be lazy by first saving the document in a normal location, for instance on the desktop, and then manually moving it to a secret folder, because it will still show up, right? Moreover, to prevent it from accidentally showing up when searching through documents, change its extension. mdr.dll in one of the system folders is really unlikely to attract the attention of your family members. So remember, a collection of photos or videos can be moved to one archive, but don't forget to change its extension too. Now, as you can probably guess, this is very basic hide and seek, literally the very first level. Even a novice computer specialist wouldn't have a hard time locating your secrets. Now, the fact of the matter is that many programs leave characteristic traces of the created files. These are known as signatures, right? For example, all docx documents have byte sequences starting with 50 or 4B, and JPEG pictures start with FF or D8. Now, if the signature doesn't match the file type, it's definitely going to attract the attention of a hacker or a forensic expert. Now, this method of searching for hidden information is called data carving, so remember that. Now, the situation itself can be slightly mitigated by the fact that individual files can be protected with passwords. Now, this, of course, will provide additional layers of protection against prying eyes, but it may cause unpleasant questions from law enforcement agencies. Here, it depends a lot on where you live. I'm not talking about the state or country in which you live, but the actual town or city. Let me explain. In 2017, 2 lawsuits in California took place, and they actually ended with opposite results. The defendant in Miami-Dade, who forgot his password, was released without charge. But in Broward, the guy was sentenced to 180 days in prison for hiding evidence, right? Well, in my homeland of the United Kingdom, refusing to provide access to one's computer is interpreted as hiding evidence, and the court will clearly not be on your side, even if you're saying that you forgot the password, right? Now, would you risk it?